All right, peeps. Now the final one I'm gonna do today. We're gonna do a continuation to What If Deku Had a Muscle Quirk, and if I remember correctly, it was Bakugo and Shinzo. Why is it all these S, man? Shinzo, whatever that fought him. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. I almost forgot. I would have just retconned it. It's my YouTube. So with this part 3, we're gonna do the whole villain attack. So we're gonna actually say a good chunk of it happens in canon. But since Deku is like hand-to-hand proficient, he basically dodges out of the way while everyone else gets captured. No, I'll say he gets captured too. Everyone else gets in the way. Deku's like, oh hell yeah. So he's stoked about this. He sees a villain trying to pull up. He's ready. He's about to cock his arm back and like kill this fit. He's about to eat good tonight. But Floppy Flop comes through looking like a whole snack coming through, and Deku's like, she looked good. And so they come through, blah, blah, blah. All of that good jazz happens. Deku, basically the same thing happens in canon where Deku, gets them out of that situation. He comes in and actually helps with the swiftness. When I'm not gonna say Azawa gets melee rocked like he does. I'm just gonna say that it doesn't happen because I never really like how that happened. That seems a little messed up. When Shigaraki tries to pull up on Mans, he just grabs this dude's arm and like literally breaks it and then kicks this dude across like, I don't know, really, really far away, all right? Or like kicks this dude back into the boat or something like that, all right? He sees the Nomu and he's like, oh yes. Oh yeah. I've been really wanting to test this move out. So Deku gets his muscles and starts bulking them up. Starts bulking them up. Then he says, all right, I really forgot what I called it, but I forgot what I called it in the last part. But he's like, pump. Steam. He goes, basically his whole body turns red and his blood starts pumping itself. And it's almost like he's cooking his own blood or like steaming his own blood. So he's like, all right. So this is kind of like a buff Deku, but what happens next, no one could prepare for. Deku goes at this Nomu with incredible speed. He bops the Nomu down to the ground. The Nomu tries to get up, but Deku bops him again and just keeps hitting and 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 hitting. And then it's like a very, very, very vicious cycle of hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting. And he's just like, bah, 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 bah. And just sledgehammer, bah, bah. Elbow, bah, 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 bah. And with all this happening, he's just getting stomped out, beat out, and curved out, all right? Deku takes care of the Nomu. The Nomu's looking goofy, all right? Not knowing what to do. The Nomu's dead. He looks at Kodagiru and he's like, what's up with it? You want some of this free smoke? I got a smoke edition and you can come in and you can get some. It's free 99, 30-day subscription. What's up? Kodagiru looked at this dude and said, nah, dog, I'm good. And niggas slithered away and stuff. I went to go get Shigaraki and dipped off. And everybody was like, whoa. And Azawa was a low key mad because he was kind of struggling. He was like, damn, dude just kind of beat on this dude like a stepchild or something. Like, oh my goodness. He didn't know how to feel about it. So I normally don't, I was going to drag out the fight, but I don't really see you dragging out. So now we would get into part 2 to where, the sports festival is like, yee. So Shinzo's not nearly as malicious as he was in canon. Also, him and Deku are actually good buddies, so we're gonna say he has support gear now, and he also has Azawa's little bandages, and he actually knows how to fight hand to hand. So when the race comes into play, Deku's like, this is easy. He just flexes his legs muscles and just start chalking it. Also, I'm gonna say the way he was fighting and the brutality, while he was fighting, he inspired Todoroki to want to use his flame side. Like, let's get that one out of the way. I hate that. I don't hate the plot itself made sense, but that dude's thought process seems a little stupid to me. But hey, you can always say something when you're not in it. But anyways, so he got inspired by the brutality and the malicious, I'll do whatever it takes to become hero kind of thing. So the race goes and Bakugo and Todoroki are like right behind each other. Shinzo was able to get some other people to run and, you know, keep up with them, but he's in fourth, like off rip. He was able to mimic his voice and get Momo to help him out too. So basically this dude's getting carried, literally. Deku makes it in first place and he's like, I'm not even trying. I'm not even pumped up yet. And quick side note, Deku's blood muscle thing, that isn't even his like max power. That's just one of his moves. So now we're Todoroki, Bakugo, they're fighting for second, and that's pretty much it. So now we can get into when they're doing, let me see, I gotta get my thoughts together. Yeah, the Cavalry Battle, where they're doing that BS, which is dumb lame, but whatever. Deku literally goes into like a speed, like berserk form, and I'll say he has Shinzo, maybe, we could say he just has the same team in canon, and Shinzo, we don't really worry about him. He's not important yet. So Deku literally just goes on a blitz. He like pops Bakugo in the lip even harder than he did the last time. And then like he like flips Bakugo over, throws him to the ground, but taking his like tag while he's at it. And like, this is mine now. Bakugo nearly passing out, blows up in the air just to regain his balance and regain himself. But while he's in the air, Deku was about to pop up and like smack this dude down. But Todoroki, he flew up there and said, what we doing up here without your boy? So basically he's like one-legging it almost on the air because he's freezing the air molecules or the water molecules just to like air step. And then they all start duking it out in the air. Like it's literally a fight. So it's really like a game of a hot potato, but with the bandanas. So Bakugo's trying to get his bandana back. Todoroki's trying to keep his, and Deku's trying to keep his and keep the one he stole from Bakugo. Todoroki throws out some flames. Bakugo's, barely able to dodge and all of this good stuff. And Deku's struggling to, fight both of these dudes off at the same time because he's got to fight them. They're fighting each other. It's like really just a free-for-all, man. Woo! I tell you, man, it is crazy out there, all right? Everyone pretty much stopped what they're doing just to see this crazy bout. Like, these dudes are really in the air. And if you don't know, Deku muscles, he's able to, like, create or generate just enough pressure to make it to where he's able to, like, pounce off the air. Pow, 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 pow. Skywalk or Deku walk. Pow, 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 pow. And so, yeah, no one knows how to deal with this. Hold on, let me take a drink of something. And so, after a while, Deku says, enough. He bulks up, not like big muscular, but he bulks up a good little bit, grabs Todoroki by the noggin, cocks his arm back, bulks, like makes his muscles nearly giant-esque like, and then just like starts spinning, generating a massive amount of force, and then sends this dude cradling down to the earth. But also while he did that, he threw a couple of punches at Todoroki because the second he let go, he immediately went into more of like a speed-like muscle and just started throwing a whole bunch of furies of attacks to keep him stunned. And then Todoroki was coming down hard to the ground, like really, really hard. Almost looked like a meteor. And Deku's like, now that he's taken care of. Bakugo nearly at his limit for being, in the air and fighting for so long. He says, pump. Hits Bakugo in the stomach, nearly getting blood, basically getting blood to come out. Gets behind this dude, boom. Now, if this was reminiscent of anything, you would say it's an homage to fifth guard versus Rock Lee kind of S. So he's like, eat this muscular. Wait, what we call it? Deku clash. Poof! Sends this dude flying, right? Todoroki was able to like slow his like trajectory down just enough for his people to catch him. But the problem with that, right, is the second all of that happened, Bakugo is heading for them right away. Like, and it was so fast for them to not be able to react. So Todoroki had to catch Bakugo. He caught this dude, and Bakugo was able to regain consciousness just long enough for him to like shoot back, and he's like, and they were like, damn it, Bakugo, you shouldn't have done that. He's like, shut up and just keep moving. He's like, at least I was able to grab a bandana. Realizing he only grabbed like one of the other bandanas, Todoroki's like, it doesn't matter, I got the number 2. He realizes he got the number 3. Not even 3. I say he got like 4 or 5, like one of the lower ends. Meanwhile, Deku's still up in the air, but slowly falling down, looking down on his opponents. Both Todoroki and Bakugo gets up with like the remaining willpower and energy that these dudes can offer, right? And they're just like, I'm not done. Not yet. They all charge at Deku. Deku, perfect. He expands his arm muscles, just goosh. 5 times. With like these giant big bodybuilder muscles. He like stretches his arms all the way back, right? And like he kicks his leg up basically to help propel him down. And as he's falling down, he's like, divine clap. Sending a massive shockwave that's bringing up debris, dust, and everything, shocking everyone back. And he's like, this was fun. But time's up. Todoroki, Bakugo, both of them are on this dude. I'm getting that ad man. No, why? Time's up while Deku's just looking at them as smug as humanly possible. Just like, And that's where we're going to leave this part off here. Hope y'all enjoy. Catch y'all.